Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power, YAHWASHI, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, who will teach you on the sound doctrine and strong shalom to the hopeful elect, right? 144,000 and the rest of the large multitude of men, women, and children, the believers that the Lord will have mercy on in these last perilous days, meaning dangerous days, dangerous times that we're currently living in, right? It's your brother Khadash, represented GMS branch here in Cleveland, Lord willing, it's edifying. This quick lesson, the spirit gave me teach what was taught. Okay, that's what excuse me. That's what the spirit gave me. All right, teach what was taught. All right, and that's very important, man. As we learn the truth, we understand when we start to learn. The more we sup with the spirit, we start to learn more about what this is about. It's very important that we change not the doctrine. It's very important. Salaki, I got sidetracked, but yeah, it's very important because you know, if we change anything, now the doctrine is corrupt. Now the doctrine is has leaven in it. You see, so it's important because you know, if we switch that up, we understand that the Lord, He can destroy us for that, because His doctrine is pure. His doctrine is pure. Matter of fact, this is Deuteronomy real quick. Deuteronomy 32 and 2. I'm gonna start with this. My doctrine shall drop as the rain. I'm gonna start at 1. Deuteronomy 32 and 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, right? And I will speak. See, these things that we're teaching or that we're speaking, they coming from Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHWASHI. They coming directly from the heavens. So it's important that we get everything right. The breakdowns, the understanding of what the scriptures is saying and teach it right. Rightly dividing the word of truth. You see? We making sure that we are honing in on the understanding, because if we do that, that means that's the spirit. We're honing in on what the spirit is saying, which means it speaketh expressively, right? The things of the things that YAHWASHI are conveying from the heavens. All right, it's coming from the heads and then it's going to the men and they're delivering the message. If a messenger in the ancient world would deliver a message from the king, bro, he had to have everything right. If he missed one detail, right? That's why the messengers weren't just regular men. They were important men, right? The ones who would deliver the messengers to each kingdom, they were stern. Matter of fact, if you look at the movie Black Knight, I know it's a comedy, but the Duke Dubois, I forgot where he is at, but Martin was posing as him, but the real guy ended up showing up later towards the end, close to the end of the movie, or the middle of the movie. And yeah, when he showed up, he had a stern look on his face. You know what I'm saying? He was just like tapped. He just focused. He had a message. He came to deliver a message regarding the prince, or from another kingdom, and so forth. So the messengers, the men, the prophets, all right, they have a very stoic look to them, a lion's face, if you will. Okay, a certain look about them, because the spirit that's on them is coming directly from the heavens, right? Yeah, we laugh and all that, but the point is that when we're teaching, we're coming with direct, we're coming straight forward. Okay, we're coming straight forward because this message that we have is not our own. We cannot mess it up. So when the individual will go to a king, from king to kingdom to one kingdom, and deliver a message from one king to the next king, all the details had to be prominent. All details had to be accurate. Okay, all details had to be accurate so that the king. What if the guy delivered a message and left out something? It would start a war. You see, it would start rebellion. It would start a war. It would start confrontation between both parties. And so forth. All right, chaos comes out of that, and we know the Lord is not the author of confusion. So it's important for us to teach what is taught. So it says, Deuteronomy 32 and 1, give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. And so the mouth, the Lord, is the prophets. My doctrine shall drop as the rain, right? Let me just prove that real quick. This is because I said the mouth of the Lord is the prophets. This is Luke 1:70, straight to the point. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. So the mouth of the Lord are the prophets. Okay. Going back to Deuteronomy 32:2, my doctrine shall drop as the rain. My speech shall distill as the dew, as the small rain upon the tender herb, and as the showers upon the grass. Because I will publish the name of the Lord, ascribe ye greatness unto our power. Right, publish, right? Make known. Okay, let's see what that word publish say. All right, publish. Make publicly known. You see, reveal, announce. You see? So because I will publish the name of the Lord, right? We're announcing and we're making known the doctrine. It started with the name, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. The names, every name carry a doctrine, right? The names carry a doctrine. Who you serve comes with a doctrine, right? Doctrine. It says the body of principles, dogmas, etc. in a religion or field of knowledge. Teaching. See? A teacher. It says from doctor or teacher, right? So the teacher, right, singular, is Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI. You see, Yahweh gave the blueprint to YAHWASHI, and then he taught his men, the elect, and then they're teaching the rest of the world. See, it says doctrine. Going down, it says whatever is taught or laid down as true by a master or instructor. You see, so the doctrine, it says my doctrine shall drop as the rain. So this is his instructions. This is what he laid down. This is what he taught. He's the instructor. He's the master, right? Learning, instruction, education mean to bring out what was already in you, right? So the doctrine that the Lord has, it says a teaching, a body of teachings. You see, the body of principles. This is the whole duty of man, right? Right? Fear the Lord and keep the commandments, right? That's the doctrine that we are to live by. That's what he installed in us when he created us, you know? So this is what we need to follow. This is the whole duty of man. This is our reasonable service. As it says in Romans 12, right? Right? This is the whole purpose, is to serve the Lord and to teach and to teach him, to express him, right? The image is is an exact likeness. So we come in the exact likeness of our King, right? The message that we taught, the way we act and conduct ourselves is a direct reflection of Yahawah BaHaShem YAHWASHI, what it's supposed to be. So we're teaching what we've been taught. You see, that's why it's important to have the correct doctrine, okay? The correct knowledge, the correct body of principles when it comes to the heavenly things, man. You know, the morale that comes with it. That's how you know these other camps are full of it, because they don't have the morale. They don't have the body of principles that it comes to serve the Lord, man. How do you know that? Because they have sex on the Sabbath. How do you know that? Because they get lineups and stuff. How do you know that? You know, some of these camps eat pork. You know, they still have a form of rebelliousness, all right, towards Yahawah BaHaShem YAHWASHI, man. So their doctrine is not pure. Their doctrine has leaven. They don't have their doctrine don't have bodies of principles behind it, man. You know, they don't have knowledge behind it, man. So going back, publish, spread abroad, communicate, right? Make known, issue a book to the public, cause, etc. to the public, cause to be printed and offered for, right? You see? So there you go. And then going back, taught, okay? Taught, teach, right? Instructed, train, right? With craft, skillfully adding to the word. It says taught, stretch, pull, teach, to show, point out, declare, demonstrate. Also give instruction, train, assign, direct, warn, persuade. How can we do all those things if we're not doing exactly how we were taught? How you think we're it says sign, mark, token, right? It's connected to the word token, to show how to do something by way of information or instruction, right? Instructions are passed down, man. We already read that it comes from the master or the instructor, and then he gives the instructions, and we continue in them. You see, we continue in them. So it's important for us to teach what was taught to us. You see, when you go to Second Esdras, let me put this back on airplane mode. Hold on. All right, so when you go to Second Esdras 6, it says in 28, as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared. So it's been given to us, right? It's been given to us. The scripture say in St. John that what? The truth shall make us free. It shall set us free. Okay, and so it freed our mind, and we are to do, we are to follow in that truth that have awakened us, which is the spirit and the teachings and the instruction and the doctrine of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, and we are to continue in them. This is St. John 10:1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. See? So it's only one way to receive salvation, to receive the favor and the mercy of Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. You see? Continuing in his doctrine, teaching what we've been trained, how we've been trained, right? Because at the end of the day, when Jacob's trouble reaches its peak, your teachings, how you've been trained is going to show. That's what you're going to know, and that's what's going to be used in the day of trouble. However you've been trained, whatever doctrine has been training you, it's going to reveal itself, all right? When trouble is at your door. You see? Second Timothy. This Second Timothy real quick. Let's see. This is Second Timothy. Let's go to 3. Let's jump down to like verse 12. It says, yeah, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto your salvation through faith which is in Hamashiach Yahushua. All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine. See, profitable for what? We just went into that word doctrine. Okay, it's profitable for doctrine. Okay, it's what is going to allow us to receive salvation through the Spirit, for reproof, right, to get better, to clean us up, to clean others up, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, right, to correct the earth from wickedness, that the man of the Most High may be perfect, thoroughly furnished into all good works. So that's why it's important for us to continue in the things that we learn. We got to believe that we have 100% of the truth when it comes to receive salvation. We have to believe that. Because if we don't, how can you continue in the things of the heavens? You got to know the truth is here. You got to know the heavenly things are here. That's why I started with 2 Esdras 6 and Deuteronomy 32. He said his doctrine shall come down as the rain. All right, it's poured upon his men, the holy men. You know, so this is not a coincidence that we're saying this through the Spirit. It's the Spirit that's talking. When you go to 1 Timothy 4, let's go straight to the point. 16, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. Listen to the doctrine. Continue in them. For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. So we continue in the doctrine of which we learned, right? And we teach that doctrine. We're saving ourselves and also those that come after us or hear us. When you jump up to 11, it says these things command and teach. You see that no man it says let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and in conversation, charity and spirit, and faith and purity. Till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. You see? And this is why we have to continue in the things. We have to understand through the spirit and power of Yahawah Shah that we first and foremost have the truth. You see? We have to understand that. We have to believe that. You know, Yahawashi even said it himself when you go to St. John 7 and 16, he said, Yahawashi answered them and said, my doctrine is not mine, but his that sent me. And if any man will do his will, he shall know of the doctrine, whether it be of the Most High or whether I speak of myself. So if you're doing the works of the Lord, it's going to be clear and to be indicated. It's going to be a sign or a token, right? It's a sign or a mark upon you. It's going to be a mark or a sign that this is from the heavens. This is the truth. See, he that speaketh of himself seeketh his own glory, but he that seeketh his glory that sent him, the same is true, and no unrighteousness is in him. You see? So there you have it. So that why? So just like our forefathers, they continue in what they were taught, the true doctrine. When the Spirit allowed them to understand, right, or gave them the visions, talking about, because we read the inspiration, it comes from the inspiration of the Almighty, like that breath. You know what I'm saying? That allowed the holy men, the prophets before us, to write things down. And now in this latter time, we understand the things that was written down. Okay? And now we're continuing the ministry, forwarding the ministry at a greater scale. You know what I'm saying? Yahushua said, greater works will you do. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of them greater works, because a larger scale of people will be influenced by the Holy Spirit. You know what I'm saying? The elect will be sealed after all those things took place when after Yahushua fulfilled his part. You know, St. John 4, real quick, because it says, St. John 4 and 38, I sent you to reap that wherein ye bestowed no labor. Other men labor, and ye are entered into their labors. Right? You got to remember that, because that's can keep you humble, that it didn't start with you. You're not the Holy Spirit. You're not dealing with the Lord directly. You know what I'm saying? In terms of like, you know, like the Lord gave you the truth, and then now bruh. We at the end of this thing. So the men before us have the truth, and we entered into their labors. You see, we're the last hired, like the penny, Matthew 20, I believe. You know, dealing with that penny, but the same reward. But we have entered into other men's labors, the ones that were more potent, all right, to get the job done, like our apostles and elders, a great millstone, starting with Apostle Tyrone down, right? Abba Bivens, you know, and the mighty men that had an influence on this ministry prior to our apostles and elders, man. And then the truth sprung forth even more, and it shined in its perfection in this realm, after it groomed Apostle Tahar and Apostle Gabar, Apostle RAWCHAA, Apostle Ramlab, and all the bishops after, you know, it groomed them as the years went by. And now we have that same, and we have a manifestation of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua's essence, right? Coming from the scriptures, man, right? In its totality when it comes to receiving salvation on this side. That's why when 2007 hit, an influx happened, man. A wall was broken through. The Lord allowed that. He said, I don't move nor stir them till the said measure be fulfilled, which means that if that happened in 2007, that was when the fulfilling, if you will, of through the Spirit of a certain point or a pinnacle in the ministry that the Lord has us pushing, the doctrine. It reached a certain point, and then the Lord allowed the influx to come in 2007 with the various camps, various great millstone camps, and now we're here in 2024 with churches, little sanctuaries all over the world. You see? But that only happened because the right doctrine was being taught. The apostles didn't travel to and fro across country, you know, to set up these churches. The Spirit did that, because that's the correct doctrine. It's raining. Raining happens over different sections, man. You know, rain comes down in a multitude, you know. So this truth is sprung forth, man, because the right doctrine was and is being taught, man. St. John 15:15, it says, henceforth I call you not servants. Hold on, that's what I want. Let's see. Yeah. Henceforth I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. So everything that Yahawashi have heard, you know what I'm saying, he made known unto his men. He instructed, he trained, right? He stretched, he pulled, right? Not slack. All these words you see on the screen, right? It says to show, declare, warn, persuade. To show. He said, I made known unto you. I showed you the way. He said, follow me. This is the way. Walk ye in it. Right? The way of righteousness and salvation was made known unto YAHAWASHI men. You know? You gotta believe that. St. John 7:6 say the same thing. It says, not 7, but St. John 17:6, it says, I have manifested thy name, which comes with a doctrine, which comes with an essence, a vibration into the men which thou gavest me out of the world. Thou and thy word, and thou gavest them me, and they have kept thy word. Thy word, it said, James 1:21, right? Wisdom of Solomon 9, the last verse. They were saved through wisdom, right? Wisdom of Solomon 9:18. For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed, see? And men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom. That's why it's important to teach what is taught. Not only because the Lord would destroy you for not doing so, but it fulfills what the Lord want, and what He want is for the sealing of His elect to be preserved from the wrath that He's about to bring. That's what the Lord wants, for His men to be protected. You okay? They are near unto Him, and He's near unto them. That's His woman, right? The elect. So he want to make sure she's good, and the Spirit taught her, taught us, and now we'll be able to be saved through wisdom, which is a mark, as a sign unto Yahawah's word being true, man. You know, I guess we'll close with this. Colossians, the first chapter. It started at 19. For it pleased the Father that in Him shall all fullness dwell. See, all fullness dwell in Yahawashi, and if Yahawashi is the one that taught His men, therefore they're gonna move in that fullness as well, joint heirs with the same doctrine, the same vibration. You see, He said we must continue in them, continue to build the same way. Don't come in with new material that's coming in some other way, like you have the better way. Like you found a better way. No, the Lord created everything in Genesis and said it was good. Okay. 20. And having made peace through the blood of His cross, by Him to reconcile all things unto Himself. By Him I say, whether they be things in earth or things in heaven. And you that are sometimes alienated and enemies in your mind by wicked works, yet now have He reconciled, right? Joined back together, right? A previous friendship, right? Something that He once knew, right? In the body of His flesh through death, to present you holy and unblameable and unreprovable in His sight. If ye continue in the faith, grounded and settled. We got to continue in the faith, grounded and settled, which is Yahawashi. Yahawashi is that sturdy foundation that we must attach ourselves to. Well, it's through the Spirit, but Lord willing, we be one of those pillars that is attached to that foundation, which is Yahawashi. So that's if we continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away from hope of the gospel, which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I Paul am made a minister, a servant, who now rejoice in my sufferings for you, and filled up that which is behind of the afflictions of the Hamashiach, and my flesh for His body's sake, which is the church, whereof I am made a minister, a servant, according to the dispensation, right, the management, right, of the Most High, which is given to me for you to fulfill the word of the Most High. See, because we are walking in Yahawashi, so we have to fulfill what was written of the Lord too within us, right? And that comes by us showing, declaring, warning, and persuading the citizens, whether you be of the righteous or whether you be of the wicked. Okay, the signs and the things to come, and the power that's coming. It says, Colossians 1:26, even the mystery which have been hid from ages and from generation, but now is made manifest to his saints. See, the mysteries were made manifest unto his saints, man. The teachings, right? So the pure doctrine is here. It's here. And we're teaching it, man. We're teaching you literally what Yahawah BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI. We're teaching you the blueprint, if you will. We're teaching you the way of life, man. Freely given, man. You know what I'm saying? Freely given the instructions of how you obtain life, man. Immortality. To whom the Most High would make known what is the riches of the glory of this mystery among the Gentiles, which is Hamashiach in you, the hope of glory, whom we preach, right? Preach is synonymous with prophesy, right? Because that's the testimony. That's us being a witness. That us all connected. Whom we preach, warning every man and teaching every man in all wisdom, not some, all wisdom, that we may present every man perfect in Hamashiach Yahawashi. And that's another reason for us to continue in the things that we've learned, right? Scripture talk about meddle with him that is given to change, meddle not with him, Salakia, meddle not with him that is given to change. See? Because right now we're doing what? Indicating how, what, like it says here, how something is to happen. Make known to one at a cost. We're teaching you. Why would it be at a cost? Because it's against what's faulty, what's fake. It's against the way the system is set up. The truth is not, like it says in Wisdom of Solomon 2, it says clean contrary in verse 12. We're clean contrary to the ways of wickedness. Light doesn't reign with darkness. If the sun comes up, the moon goes down. The moon comes up, the sun goes down, because one light represents the day and another light represents the night. You know, Colossians 1:29, whereunto I also labor, striving according to his working, which worketh in me mightily. So, Lord, what is edifying, I like to give all honor, glory, infinite praise, and worship to Yahawah BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. Double honors to our apostles, bishops, and elders and bishops, a great millstone again, and shalom to the hopeful led. Lord, willing is edifying, continuing to what we taught, what was taught, right? Because it's the truth, it's the way of life, it's salvation, it's the proof, it's the evidence. Okay, and it's righteous. You know what I'm saying? It's the only thing that has been here since the beginning, because it belongs to Yahawah, right? It always was. This doctrine and this teachings that we teach, it always existed, right? Because it comes from Yahawah. Okay, so we got to teach these things properly, okay, or the Lord will destroy you, man. Simple as that, man. Teach what was taught. Okay, don't try to change the doctrine up, or you figured something else and you discover something new. Man, just teach what was taught, man. If the leaders that the Lord has set up in this today's time is not teaching it, why are you teaching it? If you discover something new, yeah, you filter it through the scriptures, but you don't go on no tangent, man. Don't go on no extreme, oh man, you know, Anunnaki shit. Just teach what was taught, because it's the simplicity of Hamashiach that's going to actually save us, right? The milk is going to save us. The milk is what's going to save us. Like the brother Kazak, he say, the milk save lives. He's been saying that for years, man. And it does. So Lord willing is edifying. Until next time, shalom.